Good evening, guys. Welcome to Crypto Polaris. My name is Zia, and today is Wednesday. We're going to talk about how it got to $116,821, all time high. And I'm going to show you why it's not done yet. This is an exciting day, and I am going to talk about a lot of other things. And this will be a real quick video, but with a lot of details and lots of price predictions. Price prediction is really going to be done based on a model that I've worked on for the last 3 hours. I used ChatGPT. I entered a lot of assumptions in there, very realistic assumptions. I'm going to be able to show you that. So I'm super excited. So why don't we get started and let's go to the next page. All right, guys. So this is what I was talking about. 116,821. Our beloved Bitcoin. We made it to this point and we are not done. We are coiled. As someone on CNBC yesterday said, we are coiled to get to 140. If we make it to 140, and I'm talking about very soon, we are on our way to 170 and beyond. So I'm going to share with you a lot of exciting stuff here. So let's talk about what's on the agenda. Bitcoin all time high. Everyone wants to know what's causing the price to move. I've been on Twitter all day long. Most of the people are just rumors and gossips, rumors and gossips. So I'm going to share with you the fundamental reasons and the actual data reasons why it broke all time high today. All right. And we're going to talk about the leverage shorts. And then we're going to talk about the OTC inventory that really has played into today and how it's going to play into next 6 months. And we're going to talk about the exchange inventory going down that also had to do with today. So we should really look at that. And then, of course, the price prediction for 2025 and beyond. All right, guys, what's caused all the price movement? I've highlighted some of them in red. The most important one, there is this huge rumor going around. It's at the top of everybody's tweet. Everywhere, it's talking about Fed chairman is going to resign. The pressure is getting to him by Donald Trump because Donald Trump wants him to cut and slash the interest rate. There's a reason for that because we now have to refinance all our debt. Not all, but around $7 trillion. He does not want to refinance it at 4.5%. He wants to bring it below 4%. And the only way he can do that is to get Fed chair to lower the interest rate, or he will fire him or put a lot of pressure to get his replacement in there. So that's what had some things to do with today. But I think most importantly, the other stuff. Institutional inflows have been crazy, guys. What's today's date? July 10th. In 10 days, guys, we had $1 billion worth of purchases. That is huge. And this month just started. So you can see why the bulls are in control and it's going through the all time high. The exchange's inventory is now at all time low. It's around 2.3. I think it's closer to 2.2 million Bitcoins that's in the exchanges, meaning inside of Coinbase, Binance, and all the other major ones that you know. That's where all the spot trading happens. So we want to look at those numbers real carefully. And then the OTC balance. That's where all the big institutional players like MicroStrategy, BlackRock, and others, and even whales go to buy. Those purchases don't show up for you and me. So we don't really know what is happening. And that's why you don't see the price movement much. And it's important to understand. And a lot of you guys are saying, wow, Zia, MetaPlanet is buying thousands. MicroStrategy is buying thousands. BlackRock is buying thousands. But the price is not moving. Why? That's because they're not buying in the spot market. They're not buying on the exchanges where you and I buy as retailers. They are doing private dealings. There's a buyer and a seller and a broker. The OTC guys are effectively brokers. They connect these two buyers and sellers and they do private buying and selling. And that really doesn't move the price at all, but it will at some point, and we're going to talk about that. I talked about the interest rate cut. M2. The money supply has gone crazy, guys. In 2024, we started 2024 around $19.7 trillion of USD circulating. As of today, sorry, I should say as of May 1st, there is about $22 trillion. Doesn't sound like a lot. That's almost $2 trillion more in the market. That's also going to drive Bitcoin prices up slowly because you have more fiat money. And then, of course, that relates to inflation and all of that. Guys, next week, Genius Act, Stable Act, and anti CBDC, they're all going to be approved at the Congress, and they'll be going to Donald Trump within the next couple of weeks to sign. These are another reasons why Bitcoin is all-time high, because these are the ones that are going to open up trillions and trillions of dollars to come on ramp and become USDC or USDT stablecoin, which then allows you to buy more Bitcoin. All right. And it also makes crypto ubiquitous to normal people, because the ultimate goal of all these USDC and USDTs are to replace the paper money. That's where we're headed, guys. Not central bank digital currency, but they are privately held USDC, which is Circle Internet Group. All right. Let's move on. This is a very important page. I want you to understand all these things that are fundamentally changing right in front of our eyes that is going to make an impact to the price of Bitcoin. And a lot of those things have played into today. And people are waking up to all of these things that are all coming together at the same time. And then, of course, we all know the corporate treasury purchases are happening every day. Someone new is announcing they're going to buy $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, $500 million worth of Bitcoin. I cannot keep track of them anymore. There are hundreds and hundreds of companies that are buying these things, and they're mostly buying through OTC. And the OTC stuff is going down, and you're going to see that in a second. Nation states, a lot of countries are buying them. Pension funds are buying them, guys. Just Google and look at United States state pension funds and whatnot. They're buying. CalPERS in California, they're buying. And of course, state treasuries I've talked about. And I've got a lot of long formatted videos. You can look through my YouTube channel and find them. Okay. So now, this is today. I took this about an hour ago or so. Look at that. Look at that. Here's the $110,000. Look at all these things we blew through. If you add up all this money, it's 1.65 billion. Let me say that again. $1.65 billion worth of shorts who were leveraged got all wiped out. And this arrow is where we are right now. Now look to the right of the arrow. They all disappeared. They used to have a wall of $1.6 billion that the longs had to go through. And they did, and wiped all of these guys out. And we're sitting right here. And to the right of the arrow, hardly any obstacles, guys. There's about $265 million. That's it that we need to buy to get to 125,000 per Bitcoin. So my point here is, guys, this is, you're looking inside of what is happening. To get to 125 is going to be very easy. Coast is clear, and there are not that many obstacles in terms of dollars. Shorts have disappeared, so we are ready, guys. I hope you understand this particular chart. Next, let's talk about OTC, over the counter. This is the buyers and the sellers go to these OTC guys such as Coinbase and Binance and Kraken. They have an OTC desk where these big buyers come in and say, I want to buy 5,000 Bitcoin. I want to buy 2,000 Bitcoin. Let's negotiate a price and all of that. Look at this chart, guys. Look at the depletion of the inventory. It's down to 140,000 Bitcoins. And I'm going to show you how quickly this is going to disappear in a second. What do you think is going to happen when there is no more OTC Bitcoins available? Then these OTC desks are going to have to start buying it in the open market, which is from you and me. And that's when you see the price squeeze happening. We haven't even started, guys. If you think today was a great day, we have not even started. All right. Now, this, with the help of ChatGPT, I put in and I did a lot of research, and I found out that we are on a weekly basis from the OTC desk buying 5,839 Bitcoins. 5,859 Bitcoins. So you can calculate this in a linear graph. December of 2025, OTC is going to be empty. OTC is going to be empty. In 5.5 months, no more OTC. All right. That's when the squeeze is going to happen. 5.5 months is December. So this is an implication of that. Now, this is open market. This is the spot market. This is the exchange's inventory. Right now, the exchange has 2.3 million. Look at the green line going down, 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 all the way to the right. And look at the yellow line, which is the price of Bitcoin going up, up, up. There's about 2.3 million Bitcoins left in the spot market. That's it. So when the OTC dries up, they have to come here. They have to come here. Imagine what will happen to the price of Bitcoin. All right, guys, price prediction time. And these are all the assumptions I fed in. I won't bore you with this, but the main ones are the initial spot inventory, as I just talked about, is 2.3. I told ChatGPT that. I also took in the miners. We're getting about 3,150 on a weekly basis that are being mined. BTC supply right now is 19.7 million. And let's assume that these huge Satoshi era wallets don't wake up and sell any. So these are my assumptions. And then I also told it that, you know what, increase the ETF demand from OTCs, not just ETF, MicroStrategy, MetaPlanet, and other ETFs they're buying, which is at 5,859 BTCs per week. Just a educated guess here to add 500 more. It could be a lot more, okay? Or it could be less. But I said incremented by 500. And then I gave it a couple more inputs. ETF demand from the spot market, in addition to the OTC market, is 2,500 BTC per week. And so it's divided into two. And then I said in institutional ETF drawdown plus regular people drawdown and all of that, if you calculate that, that comes to about 100,000 BTC a week from the open market. So the total demand is about 110. So these are all the assumptions I fed into ChatGPT. And then I also told it calculate the price over 12-month period and also consider the spot depletion as well as OTC depletion and start this with the today's price of 117,000. I know it didn't hit 117,000, but I started at 117. And then all these calculations are done. There's a lot of math here. Does not matter. We got two numbers. One is linear projection, and the other is called the parabolic projection. That has to do with, look at the second to the last line, is FOMO. That's fear of missing out, demand just going through the roof, and it is going to exaggerate the price movement once all of these things happen. So, what does that mean? That means this. On the base price, which is the linear model, it gets to $400,000 to $500,000 per BTC over a 12-month period. This is the linear chart. Okay. Now, if the global demand comes in, countries are buying, more corporate treasuries are buying, on and on and on. Pension funds are buying, and the whole structure changes, which is happening, guys. It is very easy to get to $1 million in less than 12 months or within 12 months. This obviously doesn't stop at 1 million, but I only asked it to do for 12 months with these calculations. So, all things being equal, guys, I think we're going to get to 400 to 500,000. It's very possible before the year is over. Not financial advice, but this is a linear model. So I said 12 months. And I inputted based on what I believe is today's numbers. What I believe is tomorrow's number, that's this that's this parabolic rise to $1 million. So, guys, exciting times, all-time high. Let me check the price of Bitcoin live while I'm recording this. It is now 115,952, meaning almost 116,000. Something is up today, and everything is looking very exciting. All the indices are all-time high. So I'm looking forward to doing more. I've got other Bitcoin videos that you may be interested in. So I'll be doing a lot more shorts. If you don't like long formatted, I've got a lot of shorts. and check those out. Those are usually 1 minute or less, but this was worth doing it. Woo, all day. I'm wearing my Bitcoin shirt. You can't see it, but in honor of Bitcoin, I'm wearing Bitcoin shirt. Guys, if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and of course, send me some DMs, comment, and I always reply to every single one of them. And I look forward to the next video. Take care. Thank you.